Okay, so these are the formulas you need for today's work. There's the midpoint formula. So I think that's for the first 3 or so. Then there's the midpoint with partitions formula, which is for the last 2. And then the other one's a bisector. You just need to know that a bisector will cut something into 2 equal pieces. So let's start here. If you're trying to find the midpoint, so you got 2 points for a midpoint. You just need to find the number that's in between them. You can use a number line and use a picture. That's fine. But we also have a formula. So the formula is x1 plus x2 divided by 2. So here you have x1, x2. It doesn't matter which one goes where. So it'll just be 13 plus 27 divided by 2. That's going to be
15.
40 divided by 2, which is 20.
15. Oh, wait, no, it's not. Hold on.
If you had like an easier example, like the midpoint between 2 and 4, like that answer would be 3. So sometimes you can just do them in your head, which is perfectly fine. Another way you might run into midpoint questions is if you're given the endpoint. So look on this one, here's the formula. x1 plus x2 equals midpoint, and we found the midpoint was 20. So let's take the same formula, x1 plus x2 divided by 2 equals the midpoint. So this time you have a midpoint of, you have the midpoint of 16 and you have an endpoint of 7. So when you're solving one like this, it's going to be 7 plus x2 divided by 2 equals 16. So it's an algebra problem. Multiply both sides by 2. You'll get 7 plus x2 equals 32. And then subtract 7. So 7 minus 32 is 25. So that's the other type of midpoint question you get. So midpoint questions will be like this, if you're finding the midpoint or the endpoint. Actually, I'm going to go over to this formula. So the other formula you have that I had showing up there was a x1 plus b x2 divided by a plus b. And everything's up here. So you have x1, x2, and then this is b, a. So you just plug it in the formula. So let's see, a is 1, x1 is -5, plus b is 3, x2 is 9, divided by 1 plus 3. That'll be -5 plus 27 divided by 4. So that's going to be 22 divided by 4. Oh. So I think on yours, it should be, they should come out as whole numbers. This one I changed some numbers so it doesn't come out pretty, 22 over 4. Yeah, at least it's rational. So this comes out as 5.5. Let me know if I'm going too fast or anything. I wanted to show you one more way to do this. You can do this with a picture. So here's your number line, 5 to 15. Actually, I'm not going to dot that off yet. So let's see, 5. Let's see. 7, 9, 11, 13, 15. Okay, so here's your number line. And then it's a ratio of 3 to 2. So let's split this all up. Somebody's here. Okay, so you want the ratio to be 3 to 2. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 10 spaces here. So in order to make it 3 to 2, that's basically a ratio of 6 to 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 will be right here. And then over here, so there's 6 pieces here. There's 1, 2, 3. There's 4 pieces here. So this answer would be 11. Okay. So either method, whether you do it algebraically like this, or you do it with a picture like this, it'll get you the answer. Okay, last thing to show you with bisectors. So we've got a couple levels of bisectors here. If you remember segment addition, it's the same concept really. So if AB is 14 here, a bisector splits it evenly into 2 pieces. So if AB is 14, BC is also 14. That makes the whole thing AC. 14, 14 is 28. So that's level 1 for bisectors. So over here, same concept. You have RS is this red one. Then you have the green one, ST. So 4x minus 6 is equal to the green one, which is negative 4x. That should be an x. Sorry about that. Plus 10. So then you just do the math here. Plus 4x plus 4x. You have 8x minus 6 equals 10. Add 6 to both sides. You have 8x equals 16. Divide by 2, x equals, divide by 8, x equals 2. So to find the red one, it's going to be 4 times 2 minus 6, which is 8 minus 6, which is 2. If I'm going too fast, stop me. I did this earlier today, so it's really familiar. 4 and 2, that's negative 8 plus 10 is 2. So the green one is 2, the red one is 2. So if you go all the way across with the blue one, from here to here, it's 4. Ta-da! Okay, so that is all the examples.
I have a question.